sometimes on a weekly basis at the amount of $2,000, $3,000 per day. Lord Father. They alleged that the inspector used a particular business as a front to cover most of his money schemes. Oh, Jesus. DSS insiders stated that 2 TTPS executive officers who were working together to protect the operations have also been working to undermine Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith. DSS insiders claim in the document that the commissioner has a role in his team. Sorry, let me say that again. Sorry. DSS insiders claim in the document that the commissioner has a mole in his team and he should do due diligence to investigate or even question each of them. They claim that they have several phone recordings, videos, and photographs that would also be circulated in assisting investigators involved in this wide-reaching case. Trinidad and Tobago are leaving it right there until we come back from the break. This thing is frightening. We'll be back. Do not shift your dial.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street. 919 FM.
Right now I'm feeling nice. So nice. Hey! Value optical be nice. Yeah, caring for your eyes. You're sure to see real nice. Whoa. Yeah, we have the best price. And some brand for your eyes. You sure to look real nice. Whoa. Yo, this is Vikash for Value Optical. Caring for your eyes. Check us out today.
This is Pastor Charles from the Upper Room Ministry. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. for a time of prayer and intercession. I want you to know that we are going to have a TIME time in the presence of God, lifting up our nation, lifting up our families in prayer. I'm looking forward to, my God, for you to join with me. Praise God, every Wednesday, praise God, praying for our nation, praying for our families, praying for our children. Join with me every Wednesday at 12 midnight. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM. God bless you.
Juliet Davy is back on the streets.
We sit down and tell the people.
Yes, Juliet Davy. New show, new vibe. Starting this Monday, Juju Love with Juliet Davy on the street 919 FM, where she talks community, finance, government, religion, health, culture, and much more.
Yeah!
It's Juju Love with Juliet Davy, weekdays from 2 p.m. on the street 919 FM.
Every time I show up, everything blows.
Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune into 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM
For a true Trini Christmas
every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about.
From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
and of course,
Parang Soca and homegrown Christmas classic.
It's a true Trini Christmas
On the street, 91.9 FM. Crazy.
for 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Get
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. And I'm continuing to read the article for you on the Guardian. DSS names crooked cops. So the continuation of the article says the document stated TTPS executive officer name called using the phone number so-and-so to have conversation with TTPS executive officer name called on 7-something, and also another senior Northern Division officer name called but phone number not revealed, would have had recent conversation in recent days to undermine the officer of the Commissioner of Police as soon as he goes on vacation. Griffith confirmed during last week's TTPS press briefing that one of the reasons he cancelled his vacation was because they had received intelligence that there was a plot to undermine the service of in his absence. The document further alleged that phone calls were made to senior TTDF members, one name call, I'm not saying anything else, 3 captains, a colonel, okay, 1 colonel's name called, 3 captains name called, a major and 2 other seniors names called. The DSS insider said, these are all members who are in the cabal. They did not give further details about the TTDF members, but promised that further information about their complicity in DSS operations would be released in due course. During the TTPS press briefing on Thursday, Griffith also told the media he cancelled his vacation to ensure that the DSS investigation receives his full attention. He said this decision was made after meeting with the Minister of National Security and Police Service Commission, PSC. Griffith has vowed to bring down corrupt police officers and TTDF members who have been involved in one way or the other in illicit operations surrounding the DSS operations. Commenting on the matter, Griffith said he appointed DCP MacDonald Jacob to lead the investigation. I appointed DCP Jacob to lead the investigation via PSB, the financial via FIB, and the UK team would assist in the legislative arm of the investigation, which they are well versed in as it pertains to white-collar crime. Trinidad and Tobago are, not that I'm scared or anything, you know, but I want to just hop away from DSS. Take the DSS name out of this. In this discourse this morning, the police doing the investigation, I read it for you because it's in the papers, but I want to go in a little similar direction, but not too far away. And I want to remind us citizens of this country, when we take up an office or a position or a job, you take it up and you try to do the best of your ability. And if you don't have that, then better you leave it. I want to say, within all of this, there are very good police officers, defense force officers, Coast Guard officers, air guards, and so on. Now, I have no problem with anybody wanting to join a pyramid, a susu. It is up to you. It is your choice. I've said it already. And choices we make, we have to live by them. But reading this article this morning, now I read an article from The Guardian, and it's by Mark Bassant, lead editor, investigative desk. I call nobody's name because the names have been blotted off or not mentioned at all. But somewhere there is a list of names going around, and told them I don't want it on my phone. I don't mind peeping at it from somebody else, but I don't want it on my phone. I am praying and asking God that this quench and we have a smooth running to deal with what we have to deal with. And I knew that coming out of this whole confusion and bacchanal, persons' names will start to call. I anticipate that. I am not defending nobody. I'm not here to defend anybody. But here what is my problem today. After reading this article here, it brings me to a sad place in this country. No wonder why some of our crimes are not detected. This is how I feel today. I may be feeling a wrong feeling, according to my grandson, but this is how I feel today. From reading this article here, it tells me we have too many leaks in places in society that is high ranking, and we will never ever get a grip on crime in this country. Never. Now you listening and reading this article here tells you, instead of doing the work to protect and serve, I am not castigating anybody, I'm not doing that. I'm just talking holistically as to what I read. No wonder why when we go to the station, if this is alleged to be true, you can't get to do a proper report. You can't get a vehicle to come on a crime scene or to come to help you with something. Because they're busy doing other things. That has nothing to do with protecting and serving the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. This is what I am seeing here or understanding when I read this article. And this article don't have to be the gospel truth, but it opens your eyes. So you have cameras in your home and seen a man trying to jump your fence to come in, to intrude as an intruder. You call in the station and they say, ma'am, we don't have a vehicle at this time. Where's the vehicle? I am sure if I request from the Freedom of Information how many vehicles are assigned to a police station and they tell us, we'll be alarmed. Then the other thing is, we see too many police vehicles mash up, park up here, they can't work. We ain't taking care of nothing. I know this morning some of them police officers could be real upset with me. But a car stifle nonsense. I love all you know. I'll defend all you to the end. But I can't defend the undefendable. And it's time that we stop trying to defend wrongdoings. Because if you and I as a little man outside is caught, they just take us to the mill. This thing kind of frightening. I listened to a voicemail from a particular person asking a particular person, how come you didn't know a particular person sitting down right near to you? So much of money that you leave and gone quite up the road in another place. And now it's starting to frighten me. Because here what now? When you and I go to the bank with over a certain amount of money, you have to do a source of funds. You have to fill out your form, say where you're getting money from. And oh gosh, Jesus. Like there's one law for one and another for the other. And I tell all you already, you could be my friend from now till doomsday, but if you're wrong, you're wrong. I ain't taking no responsibility for nothing wrong. And I told Mr. Gary Griffith about his behavior right here. But now reading, we reading in an article like they was trying to lick up the man when he go on his holidays. You think I should come here Sunday morning for us to talk about alleged crooked bribery and other corruption in our police service, in our defense force, and so on? You think I should come here to talk about that? Since I'm a child, I'm hearing about crooked cops. So many things I've heard. But I know this DSS bacchanal would have serious repercussions. And I know, listening, watching and following, plenty names going on call. I know that. I smell it. Now, if for some reason or the other, and not some reason, I know plenty police officers, defense force, coast guard men, in these pyramid thing, or where you want to call it, Susu, or wherever you want to call it. Plenty citizens of Trinidad and Tobago all over the world involved in these things. It is your choice to do so. I'm not getting involved in that. Because my little bit of kakada money by this work real hard for, me I giving nobody that to hold. As I continue to see. Because when it's in the bank and anything happens, the bank have to account for what is in the bank for me, under my name. I ain't so like the dog and the bone. And I ain't so eager to make money that is not mine. But if other people want to do so, the choice is yours, and I'm not getting involved in it. My thing at this time is to fight to save my life, my family, my children, my grandchildren, my husband, and to save your lives who listening and want to be a part of save our lives of COVID-19. You can have all the money in the world, and if you pick up with the virus, not 1 cent could save you. Trump said to us, it's a hoax, it will blow off. Clorox, this, that. All you're operating recklessly today, where is Trump? Tim Gopi Singh picked it up. Tim Gopi Singh said to us about punching and lime and so on. They take it for granted. And I wearing my mask, washing my hand, and I trying to ask God, because it's only God can keep us safe. Man can't do that. Money can't do that. So you see all this bacchanal, I read it for all you, because it's real alarming. Not the DSS operation, you know, for me. What I read in here. Police officers making patrols. So they patrol in one particular area over and over, and the other area left. Anything could happen. If that is the case, it's alleged. I can only say what I saw in the papers. So let me tell all you something. Let me pray to my God and ask him for guidance and protection, because money is not my God. If money was my God, I would not be sitting down here. Money is my God. So all you continue, because you could have all the millions in your bank account at this time, and it is of no use to you. I heard my mother and father used to say something, and my mother especially. She said, just now we go out there, we go have all the money in we hand and can't spend it. We got to boil it and drink the water. You see, my mother saying that. And right now, people fighting for life, to stay alive. It is very, very alarming at this time. Very, very alarming. And the people, so I'm saying to you, go on your Facebook page, like the Street 919 FM, share the live, subscribe to it, follow us. And don't be stingy. I'm seeing the 209 of you, don't be stingy. Share like you're going mad. Just share. So let me say good morning to all of you on our Facebook page, and all of you listening via radio, your telephone, whatever mechanism you're listening to. Tobago, I hope you're locked on, because I was told that you're on. So I hope Tobago you're locked on, and if you are locked on, please indicate so to me. We go into the lines, and I don't want anybody calling in and making any and accusing anybody, because we just read the papers. We're talking holistically about the issue of service protection at Trinidad and Tobago. 342-0081, 466-5391. And if you're calling from the overseas line, 718-874-3860. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Felix. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good.
Miss Felix, sorry to say. like I said, again, that thing is a very ticklish issue right at the moment now with that revelation, you know. And like I said, people are really careful when they, you know, particularly, you know, the talk show hosts, blah, 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 and all over the place. So then you have to take 2 steps back to understand, sit back and think, I know, and reflect, analyze the situation before they jump to conclusions. You know, and last week we had a lot of talk, you know, but now with this information now, it's a whole different thing. You understand, Mr. Right? People were saying it was a susu. But after what we're reading there now,
there is more than a susu.
Hello?
This is more than a susu?
You know what the thing reminds me of? I got a flashback of the Hindu Credit Union. Remember that? Remember when everybody rushed to that institution? There was a creep. And then certain individuals got vexed and angry. And the institution went bust. Remember that, Mr.
Oh, Lord. You have to tap up your phone. Oh, Lord. You forget to do that. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sharon. See, just out here.
Yes,
Sharon, I just listen to you. And you read good. You say a lot of names going to be called. But you know why you have a problem with Sharon? All them names going to be called. And in Trinidad here, I can't understand when the bigger people talk after them names called, nobody getting locked up. How come is that? All them allegations, all them inquiries, all them investigations, and in Trinidad here, nobody gets locked up. These wicked people, you know? And again, I will always let you know, Sharon, every time I call you, educated people in Trinidad get education to support corruption. And I have a problem with that. Me educated, I have street sense, but I know right from wrong. But these people get a set of education and check most of them profile. They get it to support corruption. So again, Sharon, I have a problem with nobody getting locked up. All these investigation, all these name calling, and I look on and I listening because all them, when the bigger people talk, all them excuses just die off. And I have a problem with that as a small man. So again, Sharon, I look on and I listening.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Hi, Sharon, morning.
Good morning.
Sharon from day one. Police are talking about. By the time they seize the money, there should be a full investigation into that. The way they just take the money, count it back and the thing and hand it back, fight like that. I said something was wrong and I asked the question, even on the radio station, that poor people needs to get back their money. However, we need to identify how much money belongs to the poor people and if it's others mix up in that, because it could that is too much of money to hand back just like that. It could be money laundering, it could be all kind of things. So a full investigation should determine that, but the police must give the assurances that the people who have the hard-earned money there, getting it back. And the people who put their hard-earned money there and current and thing in there, let me advise them. That pyramid scheme, you're only sure to get back your money, and there's going to be a group of people going and lose the money when that bust. Because that have an expiry date, and lots of people going to lose real money there. So if you get back your money from the police and them say sign any cross and thank you, get back your money. So it leads me now to ask the question of the officer and them who are in charge of that. And to hand back the money that way. And then Gary has now bring it to the public's attention that he knew nothing about it and nobody think about it. So we the citizens need to know what really going on there because it opened up the eyes. it open up our eyes now. There's something in the water more than the thistle. So we need to know, and this needs to clear. I have said here already that there are two economies in Trinidad and Tobago. There be normal economy run by the state, and there's an underworld economy. And I told them that the underworld economy is thriving and well. Now, they're getting a little stick here now. You want to move people. This one must go, and that one must go when they can't get away. So if, and I'm saying if because we do not know that it's true, and that is why we need the investigation to find out if it's true, because those things are just alleged, and people need to know. The authorities need to know. If there are high-ranking people in Trinidad and Tobago who's involved in that scenario in any way possible, we need to know these people and them, and these people and them need to be out of public office. Thank you very much, Charles.
Let me take the time out to thank all of you on our Facebook page, and of course to ask you to continue to share the live. Remember, we live on our Facebook page, The Street 919 FM. Like, subscribe, and follow us. All right? Trinidad and Tobago. This thing is very, very alarming and frightening. Because on one hand, we're fighting crime and money laundering, corruption and all of that. And on another hand, we realize like it's not going nowhere. So you dip out 3 buckets out of the well, 4 buckets out of the well. But every time you look, it's staying the same way. Nothing happening. You keep dipping, you're emptying, and it's still the same amount and it's not going anywhere. What are we doing? Is it that our minds are so corrupted these days that we can't see nothing else but that? I am just saying how I feel this morning. I'm just saying that. Really. And the criminals know that. They know what they do and how they do it. I want to say good morning to all of you again this morning, and to say good morning to Tobago. You're locked on and listening. Good morning to Rhonda, Red Jersey in Tobago, Uncle Landy, Mr. and Mrs. Archer, the Trims, the Guys, the Daniels, the Franks and Mariah, and so on. I say good morning to you all. And that ain't taken away from the bacchanal here, you know. Only go ahead. Go ahead. Only forming party groups overnight to kick out Sheldon Cunningham. Only go ahead, man. Go ahead. I want all you to remember Sheldon is the person that take on Ashworth Jack and defeated him. All you had no respect for that. Go ahead. I have nothing to say. I'm just listening. But remember, the Maribunta come in because he's looking at that seat, Watson Duke. So all you continue with all your rubbish and go ahead with it. Go ahead with it. I'll sit by and I'll watch it. Let me say good morning to all of you logging on. Good morning. I'm a disappointed person, you know. Very. And they are big grown persons, people who know better, but everybody just looking at themselves. So they don't care. So we don't care that we do things in a particular way and it affects our island, Trinidad and Tobago, our country, sorry. Look, I'm going to leave that alone. How you make your bed is so you lie in it. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Ms. Felix, and good morning to you. Ms. Felix, as usual, I have kept on saying that unless the police service take a serious look at what is taking place inside their cells, they would be spinning top in mud. Because we have had for years police who have assisted criminal activity and even participated in criminal activity in this country. But unfortunately, there hasn't been the same aggressiveness when it comes to the same police trying to find out who are the wrong ones and who are supposed to face charges in this country. We saw it with the plant-like substance and so many other instances. You there, Ms. Felix?
I'm right here.
Yeah, so I don't know why some persons are surprised that it doesn't matter what category of this society that you belong to, that you still have a choice, and it is the character that you possess which will ultimately decide how you make the choices that you make. So it doesn't matter if you are a politician, a police, a doctor, a lawyer, a magistrate, a radio announcer, whatever you are still a human being faced with the same choices everybody faces with every day. It's either you're choosing to do good or you're choosing to do bad. You need to begin to look for people based on their character to be in those type of positions when it comes to enforcing the laws in our country. Police service needs to take a drastic look at the way that they recruit people. How is it that in such a short space of time, someone can become an officer and you're looking for people at such tender ages between 18 to 25, when it is other people take so much longer to study law, and after that period, some of them still cannot become a barrister. They only have to be a solicitor because they still haven't met the requirements. So we need to take a drastic look at how we are recruiting these people and giving them this serious power to come out here and enforce laws that some of them not even familiar with. I keep saying, when are we going to see more enforcement of the litter laws in Trinidad? Pay attention to how clean Tobago is. Why we have every day somebody throwing something out the vehicle window. People just dropping things all over. It would be important. Spain and police would be standing up watching the homeless taking things out of garbage and just leaving it here and not engaging them at times. I will leave it there, Ms. Felix. Trinidad and Tobago, everybody have their own personal responsibility. If we all choose to do better, that's the only how something is going to begin to change for us in this country. Other than that, it is spread so far and wide, the corruption that is. When is this false effort that we are getting from the police going to be across the board? You see, the whole police service came out to look for a politician's on phone. Sometimes they're telling people the person you're coming to report missing have to be missing for 24 or 14 hours or some kind of foolishness. We need to get real, and a lot of laws need to be addressed, just like how the Buggery law was fought in court and whatever. Although I find that is madness, and that I think needs to be addressed in this country. But enjoy the day, Ms. Felix. I love it. Thank you, friend.
Thank you very much. I tell you. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to my sister.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yes, good morning. I listen to you very attentively. And I'm saying that is why we have a problem in the country. Because you see, if police do the work that ought to be done, they'll bring some sort of settlement into things. Because I see all parts of the world. When police working. It has some cases that take long to investigate and to come up with charges. But like in Trinidad here, I see some kind of cases. No, I'm not against what they're doing in Naoketa there. But then Naoketa is only $22 million. What about people that get into power? Now, Dr. William run this country for over 30-something years. Dr. William never built a mansion. He never leave a mansion nowhere. And if police is doing something serious in this country, investigating serious, taxpayers' money, you want to know how taxpayers' money is spent. In Naoketa, if people put their money together. But I want to know how taxpayers' money is spent. That is what the police is supposed to be busy behind. And if people now come into office and they could see, they could build mansion and all kind of thing, and police not interested in that. That like a show by the wayside. That like a show by the wayside. That don't matter. But if you get $22 million, we're going behind that. That's what we're going behind. All the police could go behind that. $52 million are building, $53 million are building in Bataria. The woman say yes, she rent the building, yes, she paid the money. What evidence again that the police need? If they have record of me saying that, they'll come for me a long time. Because when they come to investigate, they snatch your phone, they snatch the computer, all these things, and they go on with it. So this is the thing that they are showing us. That is why people is losing faith in the police service in this country. Let us see it right through the board. Look at the level playing field. The scale is off balance. And if justice, the scale has to be balanced. Anytime it's touching one side of the ground, that is off balance. It has to be in the air. That is where the scale is balance. And it's not balancing. It is not balanced. That is why you see that the get himself in trouble, because there's big cases they're not going behind, and they want to start with the big thing and go behind it. Let us see the big ones come down first, but they can't touch them. The police have the authority to go into these things. That's what the citizens give them that authority. I'm not sure enough where you're working for us. You're really fighting to bring the thing down to under subjection. And that's the problem we're having. That is why if he had only go, but we saying it, me and friends will be saying that, if he had only go on the operation, they might have captured him. The kind of thing would have taken place underneath him. But if you're right there and these things happen in front of your face, what happens if you leave the place? What will take place behind the back? But you have to get serious. Go behind some of these these millions of dollars, $500 million from the central bank are coming. That is no interest, just $500 million, you know. You're going behind $22 million. You want to hope for the force to go behind that. Let us be real. Let us be real. Show the people of the country that you are serious commissioner of police and you're behind everybody. America does that. All part of the world that does that. Then if they have heads of state, they can jail. The heads of state in trial now for taxpayers' money. We have seen it in Trinidad. You wouldn't see it. Have a blessed day.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, this week's Iowa Stage and Fund Me TT presents. We close off tonight, yes. The weekend ends tonight and we start off tomorrow, and the first day of the week. We close off the weekend October 4th, that is today, with Reggae Sunday at 8 p.m. featuring Lady Lava. Iowa Stage will be streaming live on the Street 919 FM's Facebook page, Neil Iowa George Facebook page, Iowa George on Instagram, Iowa TV and the Street on YouTube. Support our local culture. It's free for you, but not for us. Please make your online donation before or during the show to fundmetnt.com. You simply search. Hold on for me. You simply, where am I? Search Iowa Stage, then select the campaign for the night you are donating to. From there, payment is as with all online transactions using your credit or debit card. Persons in Trinidad not doing online transactions can still support with donations to First Citizen Bank account 1999010 in the name of Trinibashment Limited. For my foreign fans, please use Cash App payable to Neil Iowa George. Don't forget to tune in and be a part of these dynamic series of concerts, Iowa George, Iowa Stage, one-on-one with the artists. Supported by Tuco, taking care of business through our music, Pantrin Bagel and U Store, Lady Hills Avenue in San Fernando. And tonight, guys, Lady Lava is on. So you know I want to see that. Woman power. I'm getting away from that at all. So guys, remember to tune in a little later on. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Ms. Felix.
Good morning.
And I want to say that the last caller is 100% right. Because when Mr. Griffith came in as the Commissioner of Police, right, he was able, under his tenure, to charge Miss Marlene McDonald with something that happened probably 9 years ago. And the thing about it is, Miss Felix, it was a financial crime that she was charged with, right? And the fact is, tipping off is a criminal offense, right? So we had Dr. Rowley saying that, right? And Marlene confirming it after. And our response from our Commissioner of Police is something about a fortune teller. Not one day we hear Ms. Prasad Bisetta detained for interview by the police or anything concerning that. When that is a criminal offense to tip off somebody, right? When they charge with any kind of financial crimes and them kind of thing. We have all kind of thing before or after that 9-year period we went and charged Ms. Marlene McDonald for with the last partnership, Mr. Griffith, right? People representing dead people, all sort of different things. Ministers getting involved in removing clauses from contract, all kind of different things, Mr. Griffith. You name it. When are we going to hear you label any one of the cockroaches that you was up underneath? You understand? You're not digging inside of anything of that, brother. You're hearing case closed. Same foolishness with Riley. You're trying to look at the image of a man based on the color of his hair, pink, and gather your evidence based on that. You're supposed to be removed as commissioner based on that fact that is how you're thinking. And the police service laws in plenty points if only just gathering things based on people's image. So the criminals just have to dress a particular way and get past half of you all then. You all need to go in deeper, a lot deeper. The job all you choose is dangerous, but it is even more dangerous when all you choose to neglect the fact that it has people operating amongst you all that not on the same page. Every time it's some kind of sweep under the carpet. Why it is we cannot get the same narrative from Mr. Roger Alexander. Well, I see he was very firm on the last thing with Mr. Griffith, so thumbs up for him with that. But why it is we not getting the same narrative from Mr. Griffith and them when it is we see police officers breaking the law on video, like when we see normal civilians breaking the law on video and they being labeled and whatnot? Why the narrative changing? But we need to see if they're securing politician names in envelope and a set of foolishness. We seeing officers removing things from a crime scene, shells off the ground, and you're giving us all kind of suggestive foolishness, Mr. Griffith. What do you take the population for? You're flying up in the Prime Minister's face. Very disrespectful, big man. Miss Felix, I want to know what it is we just be calling on these children or the teens or the young adults to really do out here in society when the adults continue to operate in the manner that we do. And the fact is, when is anybody in the education system going to introduce some subject that is going to make the children familiar with some portions of the law to understand how you are supposed to act when you come out here? Because you're not being briefed on what the law is going through school, and you're just supposed to come out here and operate and what? Only come on, we need to do a lot more. Dr. Rowley, you talk about doing more with less. This is somebody more that I wanted to see. A lot of changes in the education system engage the psyche of the young individual, of the young minds. Ms. Felix, I look now and listening.
Thank you very much, Gordon.
Thank you.
My intention is to listen today. I'm doing a lot of listening. And I just want to make one correction. Hamto Wara said to me, the first day of the week is Sunday. I'm speaking about the first working week. Sorry, the first working day of the week, Monday. Sorry, and thank you very much, Hamto. Guys, you need to log on to our Facebook page and see me live in studio. Go to the Street 919 FM live, and there's a conversation going on at this time on the Facebook, and you can be part of it. So Trinidad and Tobago, this is what we're faced with, and I pray God that our minds are open so that we can start doing things. And yes, somebody is saying on Facebook, Gigi is still a big politician. I've heard a number of people say that. But suffer it to be so. Trinidad and Tobago, I want to just move away a little bit. I'm not telling you not to discuss it. But you know, while you're talking, I'm on the internet surfing. And I saw a particular individual saying something. And I want to know if he really right in the head. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
Yeah. So I can say something on
go ahead.
Yes, okay. I was reading because I tuned in late, I was on service mass something, right? So that's why I'm late. I think I think he said, or somebody said that the DSS person going to call me. Sharon, I'm saying that you all were in a deal. If you think the police and they were doing something wrong, why are you involved in the wrong thing? Why call a name now? There is a procedure and a place where you should do that, not to the public. You know you were wrong. The police know they were wrong, right? And it's time to get all your act together. Don't come now and tell me. If me and my friend fall out, I must not go and tell somebody what she told me. Right? And people talking about go after this one, go after that one. If the police find $150,000 in any home which you're not supposed to have it in access, right? And you have lost 50,000 sometime. How you know that person? The person must account for it. It doesn't matter. Let the police do the job. Whether it's small or big, don't say go after the big and not the small. Everybody must account. They must be good citizens. People have to learn that. And Sean, a lot of people complaining. There's nothing that the government has not done for people to improve their lives. If you know that you're not working, you do not have a job, and you cannot take care of yourself, do not have a family. Please, have a good day, Sharon.
Thank you very much. So Trinidad and Tobago, just shifting a bit, it's 10:45 a.m. I want to thank all of the persons who would have donated to Errol Fabian's not losing his home and the home of Gael. I want to thank people so much. I've heard and I've read people asking questions about entertainers, meaning that after they do all what they do, they always find themselves in a position. Not just entertainers, people on the whole. And sometimes we have to understand we don't be in one position all the time. Sometimes you start off in life extremely well. You start off in life, you might be a millionaire, and sometimes you don't even realize how you fall, when you fall and where you fall. This is a life. This is life. Just as how COVID comes in and change the lives and change the way we do things, this is life. You might start off with $1 million and end up with $1. This is life. It is. So sometimes you have to be careful of the questions you ask. You might get an answer that you may not want or can't understand or can't connect to. Let me just take Massachusetts call, and I want to read an article for you. Caller.
Good morning, Miss Felix. Good morning, Titans. How everybody doing?
Morning.
Miss Felix?
Oi.
I have two questions to ask you. They're talking about 22 million, but it's claimed that it was, what, something like 70 million?
I don't know.
Whatever that higher amount is. Whatever that higher amount is, right? Where's all that money coming from? Is that old dollar bills? $100 bills? Or is it a new $100 bill? And if it's a new $100 bill, where's all that money coming from in less than a year? So, once the government is on an investigation to see exactly the money trail, like they say, where that money coming from? And if that money is supposed to be distributed, how is that money getting into the bank without accountability based on the laws of you have to account for any deposit over a certain amount of money, unless they're going to put it in different account or give it to different people so that they don't have to account for it. Where that money coming from? That's what I want to know. People talk about how poor the nation is, how the poor people suffering, the poor people this, the poor people that. I never know anybody to have millions of dollars and poor. Thanks for taking my call. Excellent program as usual.
Thank you very much. You see how much questions coming up for answers? As I tell you, I ain't want to really get into the people business. But you see, the article this morning opened a can of worms. Not just at the DSS, it opened a can of worms that some of us would not be able to smell if left to rot. Anyhow, Trinidad and Tobago, I am reading this article while I'm speaking to you here. Prakash Ramadan to banks, be more lenient. Days after the bank foreclosed on the home belonging to media personality Errol Fabian and forced him to issue a national appeal for financial help to save the premises, which also houses Gael the Caribbean. A former MP is appealing to the bank and other financial institutions to be more lenient as the COVID-19 pandemic continues. Attorney Prakash Ramadan is concerned about how many people are facing the same fate as Fabian and if they have been fortunate to have been bailed out. He said, now is a time for banks and financial institutions to not seek to obtain more than $1 as their profit at the end of the year. Ramadan said, we are experiencing very difficult times, which we have never seen before, nor had we anticipated, and as such, it requires a very different approach. It cannot be business as usual. Prakash needs to read that to his UNC partners and the political leader. He called on the government to ensure mechanisms are in place to secure the homes and, in some instances, the businesses of citizens who, through no fault of their own, are now in jeopardy because of the economic decay of the last several years and hit by the double whammy of the COVID-19 horror. Ramadan said, appropriate cases, I should say inappropriate cases, I don't know if I read any writing, the TTMF or another institution created by our government should take over those mortgages or loans to allow our citizens time to breathe, a time to hope, and a time to recuperate until things get better, as we hope. If homes and businesses are allowed to fall to mortgage claims and those properties are put up for sale, and as many suspects, there are already prepared buyers, Ramadan said. Trinidad and Tobago, you know I can't leave. I'm going back to the story from before about I can't leave this. I see it and it bother me. If homes and businesses are allowed to fall to mortgage claims and those properties are put up for sale, and as many suspect, there are already prepared buyers, Ramadan said, there may be a deflation of the real estate market, with many homes being left to be vandalized and become an eyesore, he added. The broken window will become a broken economy. Ramadan said this time is really about self-survival and having a different long-term approach. Last Thursday, Fabian was given 24 hours to raise $350,000 to save his home. A GoFundMe account was set up and he was built to get the home. Trinidad and Tobago. This is the same Prakash Ramada I read in here today. When Miss Olive Reyes Clark house. All you remember the bacchanal and confusion is the same Prakash Ramada I read in here, telling the bank to be more lenient. You didn't ask the bank to be more lenient in Miss Olive Reyes Clark issue of a home? Nah, man. All I really had was to just shift a little bit. This thing was bothering me. I couldn't wait to read it. My mouth was scratching me. What we doing? Ay. Ooh! Already thing getting more hot, you know. When I come back from the break, when I thought I wanted to stay out of the people business, already express have it out now. We foot Trinidad and Tobago. We'll be back.
Let's talk on the streets.
The official station that defends the nation.
Juliet Davy is back on the streets.
We down to tell the people.
Yes, Juliet Davy. New show, new vibe. Starting this Monday, Juju Love with Juliet Davy on the street 919 FM, where she talks community, finance, government, religion, health, culture, and much more. It's Juju Love with Juliet Davy, weekdays from 2 p.m. on the street 919 FM. Every time I show up, everything blows. Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune into 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM
for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about.
From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
and of course, Parang Soca,
and homegrown Christmas classics.
It's a true Trini Christmas
on the street 91.9 FM. Crazy.
For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestateTT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us. Parang Anthem, boy.
Hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something. Hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something. A cousin greet me Christmas morning. He from London, plane just come in. Come to check family back home. It's the first time he come alone. Now is the first time in a Trini line. Never eat black cake, never see it cake, never drink sorrel or hear grandma quarrel. to ginger beer, he knew. Hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something. Hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something. I walk him through Sandy Granny, take him to see the family. If you see him with the children, them, all the aunties, they all love him. I take him to Auntie Vine, cause she have the better wine. I take him to Uncle Tan to eat ham and play param. Everybody sweet at him, then my neighbor Lorraine. When I tell you thing nice, hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something. Hold something, hold something. Christmas time, I want you hold something.
Come talk with us. Realest News, Hard Talk, Real Talk on the Street 919 FM.
So Trinidad and Tobago, all in my mouth was scratching me. I had to read that because I couldn't believe. I feel the editor just put in that headline. I can't believe them. He's saying that out of his mouth. Because I didn't hear him say it for Miss Oliver's Clark. Only remember the bacchanal between. I want to go there no more now. I ain't want to say no more. I'll get in trouble. Call her good morning and only me not hear me. They might say they want me off the radio. They might send letter and come here and say the thing and want to put me before the court. So let me hush my mouth and save this and stay with all you. Call her good morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Sharon.
Boy.
I'm asking a question because I want to put you in trouble. I want to put
Please
in trouble.
don't.
Is Prakasha a proud property owner in the United States?
Caller, you don't have to ask that, you know. I came here with the documents of the property tax that is being paid. It is in it's Miami, Florida, somewhere around.
Miami, Florida, right. Because I want to think because all right. So no, I ain't putting, and sure no, I ain't putting the decision. So he's a proud property owner in the United States. Now, Uncle Sam don't make joke. Uncle Sam has something called the IRS. They're very aggressive. They're fellas like Michael Jordan and Mike Tyson and all these fellas, and them tell you how brutal these people and the R&B singer, this boy, how brutal they just move with the taxes. They come in and they're grabbing everything, whoosh. And then you have to pull your lawyers and file this and file that to see whatever they get, because when they start to take, they take in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Properties and the land taxes in the United States is very high. You know, he resides in Trinidad and Tobago, but when that time reaches for him to pay his property tax, he has to ensure that the monies are paid up front, otherwise they're going to seize his property. So why is he telling us that? Because he will, Uncle Sam don't make joke. I was saying that Uncle Sam don't make joke with the taxes. It must be paid on time. Otherwise, they come in and they're dealing with you brutal. So why is Prakash making these types of statements? If you listen to what he's saying there, it's as if it's a crime, it's something brutal towards people of Trinidad and Tobago to pay land taxes. Okay, I live in the Diego Martin area. My land taxes usually every year is about $127 a year. Even if they raise about 100%, I could still afford to pay that. So what it is they're telling me? Are they speaking for the poor people as they talk about, or they speaking for themselves who have things to hide? Because the Revenue Authority don't want that, and the Revenue Authority will start to work something like the IRS. But they don't want that at all. Why? Actually, let's have that reason why. Which leads me back to, and I'm going back to this one, it have thing with this one and your first story early this morning. Dr. Rowley said, I cannot direct the police commissioner to arrest anyone, but I am the prime minister and I can tell him, apply the law across the board. Why did Gary get so defensive on that, and he started talking and said the Prime Minister said to go and lock up people and all this other nonsense? But the Prime Minister did not say that. I listened to it many times. I listened to the whole thing to hear. Probably I missed something. The Prime Minister never said that. And then I asked myself, because I listened to them and callers and them talking early on. The opposition leader telling Marlene McDonald, hey, the police coming for you, well, watch yourself for your thing in there. But here what? When you talk about the plant-like substance court in a former Prime Minister resident, what he rule on that and say? When you talk about the hacking of people's personal information and the English fellow who went in the British Parliament under oath and gave testimony and said that he did work for the Trinidad and Tobago government, and all the facts show that he was here and all kind of, then he come and say that done that thing, and some pink-head man, and because a pink-head man said this, why was he so defensive on that? We know that could never done, because that will always have to be there because there's information leading to something there. Now to get the guy to come here because he's hiding and he have good reasons for doing so. When we look at what happened in the police service with this pyramid business and that Susu thing with the 22 million, and one people saying it's 90 something million, with 22 million police give back money without even doing a proper thing and whatever. You want this guy to come here and sit down here and do that? Now I look again at how they handle the other thing with the Queen's Council, handled by the Attorney General office and this thing, and get a guy to come and give testimony and whatever. Now the information and the facts brought before the court, the guy pleaded guilty to that, but with condition, because we already piloted that and it could be used in the court. So one of the things he asked for is not to stay in Trinidad because he feared for his life. Good reason for the man to go back to England, and when we need him, he said he's going to come and he's under oath, because if the British marshals and them across, they're going to ensure that he come back here and testify. That's why I had to ask myself this question again, Sharon. Dr. Rowley said, I, as Prime Minister, in my words I'm saying it here, cannot direct the police commissioner to go and arrest anybody. But I am the Prime Minister, can call on the police commissioner to apply the law across the board. What's so bad about that? The man is the head of national security. And you and chief fire officer, the immigration officer, the head of defense force, when you all sit in a meeting, who chairs it? So come on, Sharon, a whole set of heap of mess going on still here. What's something you will see? Thank you.
Oh, God. Aye, Nina. I just really look forward to my Sunday program. But this Sunday, boy, I feel like I just play some music. This Sunday, I feel like I could play some music. You see the hypocrisy? I can't understand that at all. It's like, hey, oh God. Only help her sister this morning. Help her sister. Morning. Call her.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
That is why I am saying, I listened to the Prime Minister when he came out and he spoke on the television. Exactly what this last caller said is what the Prime Minister said. I am saying, knowing how things have happened away, Canada, America, England, all these places, the Prime Minister had a right to fire Gary immediately. No apology should not be accepted. Thank you very much.
Trinidad and Tobago, before I go back to the DSS issue, I tell all in my mouth real scratch me. I say, oh God, nah. Some people must learn to hush and stay out of people's business. Cockroach have no right in foul party. Some people need to mind their business. Hush. Because when you go now and you sit down and you really look at the whole situation, these were the same people making an issue of all kind of things, ask the tax. Poor Miss Olive Reyes Clark. People want to pay their property tax. I don't care what it is. I want to pay my taxes for whatever I need to pay my taxes for. Me and nothing to hide. But all you, let me go back to DSS. Oh God, already things sweeter than how I thought it was. Bacchanal. God. 4 million missing, says DSS founder. Port of Spain sought raid in La Hoquita. Let me take this call before I read. Alright, call, I'll drop it. And the continuing story by Denise Wren. We continue, yeah? So I had to read all you. I had to read that Prakash Ramadan story. God. $4 million is missing following the September 22nd raid of drugs Susu TT. DSS in La Hoquita by Special Operations Response Team SOT officers. Ooh, Papa. This figure was given to the Sunday Express last Thursday by DSS founder Karen Clark, a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. The Sunday Express understands money was stored in 2 labeled garbage bags under a water tank stand at the property. They were seized during the raid, but only one of the labeled bags was returned to DSS on September 23rd. Officers attempted to cut the recording feed while the money was being taken, but there was backup remote access and the cameras kept recording throughout the house and at strategic positions outside. Footage of camera 10, which carried the timestamp 12/12/53, shows a heavily armed SWAT officer entering the tank area. The word police is emblazoned on the front of his uniform. The SWAT officer then kicks one of the black garbage bags under the stand. He then motions to another SWAT officer in the doorway, saying, "Yeah, it have a next bag underneath there." A woman's voice in the background is constantly asking, "Where is the warrant? Stop going around the house and showing me where is the warrant." Both officers then leave the tank area and proceed inside the house, where they are picked up by camera 1 in front of the house. Here, the officers who kicked the garbage bag signals to the SWAT officers to approach him. After discussion, the officers then head back to the tank area, where camera 10 picks them up. The camera feed is then cut for a few seconds. When the feed is turned back on, the bags are missing, and an officer is seen bending to pick up a brown envelope, which appears empty. He throws it on the ground and re-enters the house. Letters to PCA. In a brief interview with the Sunday Express last Thursday, Clark said soon after the raid, checks were conducted to ensure the money returned to DSS was an accurate reflection of what was at the house. My accountant have been working around the clock to ensure everything is good. Several of our receipt books are still in the Financial Investigations Branch FIB, and those checks are still outstanding. But as it stands now, based on our receipt book, 4.1 million is missing, he said. Clark, who has denied his multi-million-dollar La Hoquita-based operation as a pyramid scheme, said his team of attorneys, led by senior counsel Sophia Throat, and including Rosario Sogdeo and Dana Marie Smith, has been working around the clock, and it is only when a final tally is made as to the missing funds, then an official police report would be made. The Sunday Express understands that letters and statements have been sent to the Police Complaints Authority PC, headed by David West, detailing allegations of physical abuse, medicals included, theft, and other incidents which occurred during the raid on September 22nd. Clark declined to comment further, stating everything was now in the hands of his attorneys. Sunday Express exposed. The Sunday Express last week released video footage of a SWAT officer secretly stuffing a block of cash into his tactical uniform during the raid, which police said netted 22 million. The footage, which also shows officers assaulting occupants of the house, consists of audio and video, with the cameras located at various locations throughout the building. SORT, the brainchild of Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, is led by Sergeant Mark Hernandez. The unit comprises police officers and former Defense Force Army personnel who were made Special Reserve Police. The money was returned to Clark on September 23rd. However, Griffith stated police officers did not have the authority to do so, and he has initiated an investigation. The Sunday Express understands that the officer stashing the cash into his tactical gear was attached to the Defense Force Special Forces and is now a Special Reserve Police officer. Griffiths has said the officer is a soldier, not a police officer. The other officer, who stood guard at the door while the money was being taken, is also a former soldier. The attire worn by the officer secretly stuffing the cash is the same uniform worn by SORT members. Conflicting reasons for raid is also here. Meanwhile, the reason for the raid at the residence remain unclear, as several have been given. Griffith, in several interviews with the media, stated that SORT officers conducted the raid because the residents were breaching COVID-19 regulations by having mass gatherings. Stick up in right there. So if I asking questions, right, I'm not getting into the people business. If residents were breaching COVID-19 regulations by having mass gatherings, well, is it that somebody made a report directly to the commissioner or somewhere? Why didn't they make a report to the La Joquita police station? Moving along. However, the footage of camera 8 showed SORT officers led by Hernandez approaching the house at 10:40 a.m. on September 22nd, where they spoke with a lone man sweeping the garage. Griffith also claimed the raid took place to determine whether the cash on the compound was counterfeit. Now, how did you know that there was cash on the compound? Okay, I'm moving on. A third explanation proffered by Griffith was that the raid took place because of the excessive quantity of cash on the compound, while the fourth reason was due to an ongoing criminal investigation involving money laundering. But how you know? You got information, a report was made, then DSS have a leak in it. I don't know, I'm just asking questions. Following 2 searches being conducted without a warrant being seen, Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police Jason Ford arrived at the house. Ford officially retired from the service on Friday. Ford told the Express via WhatsApp on September 24 that a warrant was obtained for firearms and ammunition and that the FIB was involved in the operations. TTPS warrant blunder. Good morning, Mr. Ford is my partner, you know. DSS officials are claiming no warrant was shown to them authorizing the raid, but what does the law state about the execution of warrants? Attorney Kelston Pope, in an interview with the Sunday Express last Friday, was asked to comment on the circumstances of the raid and the fact that officers present tampered with the cameras and refused to show a warrant. Pope explained a search warrant is a legal document issued by a magistrate or justice of the peace authorizing the police or to enter the premises named in the warrant and search for such items named in the warrant. A magistrate or justice issues a warrant. Therefore, if they are satisfied on oath that the officers responsibly suspect the items mentioned in the warrant are kept at a particular premises, he or she can issue a warrant. The process involves an officer going into a magistrate or justice of the peace, and he or she swears on the Bible or other holy book, or he affirms that he has information regarding firearms, drugs, for example, are being kept at a particular premises. The magistrate, JP, has to be satisfied on oath that suspicions exist before he can issue the warrant. The magistrate, JP, will then sign and stamp the warrant. Once the search is done, the officer must then back sign the warrant. This is where he certifies having executed it and what, if anything, was found on the premises, Pope said. He further noted that Standing Order 10 of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Standing Orders outlines the procedure for officers to follow in performing their duty. Under the heading Search Warrant, the Standing Order notes the warrant must be in the possession of the police officer executing it. The warrant must be read to the owner-occupier or, in his absence, any adult present before beginning the search. Additionally, Pope stated that police officers cannot tamper with property or remove it unless it is evidence. If the CCTV contains footage of a crime or other evidence, they can obtain a warrant to search for evidence and thereafter seize it. Pope noted that entry must be done via warrant except in cases where the aim is to prevent a serious crime. He referenced the Criminal Law Act, Chapter 1004, which states, for the purpose of arresting a person under any power conferred by this section of a police officer may enter, if need be, by force and search any place where that person is or where the police officer with reasonable cause suspects him to be. Pope said he said this allows entry without a warrant. If the purpose is to arrest someone who is believed to have committed an arrestable arrest, you can enter and search for that person. Similarly, under the Domestic Violence Act, an officer may enter to prevent a crime. However, he can only do so to prevent a crime and not to carry out a search. Money can make a lot of people lose their name and tarnish their character. And that is why, after reading all these stories, it sometimes makes you wonder. You can't defend the undefendable. Trinidad and Tobago, this thing going to get worse than this, because they have camera footage. And unlike the last Prime Minister who say, watching a big video of a man who was in her cabinet and say, she can't, well, in other words, she ain't see. It ain't look like, it ain't resemble. I know. Something is wrong. Right? So, you're reading. Cameras take up footage. Money's missing. Bacchanal ripe. All you know something, I better ask for holidays, because this going to get real sticky. Because when the footage start to show people face and hands dipping in the cookie jar, this thing will get real bad. It will be worse than COVID-19. I ask the question, how will you know in the first instance and not defending nobody? I tell all you that already. How did we know, or how did you know that there was money in this place? that means that it had a mole planted somewhere. But if the law is the law and you can't have a certain amount of money in your possession, even as a money lender, there's stipulations. Let me say so. All of this thing getting a bit serious for me. More serious than anything else. And I confused. I'm getting more and more confused. Right now, I looking for money. I have plenty thing to do. You wouldn't think I could not run myself and put in my whole pay and look for money. Only not me. I ain't taking that you're playing Russian roulette. Not me. And then I'm reading all this bacchanal. All you wish sure this is not a soap opera.
Good morning.
Caller, could you please lower your radio? I've been saying that all morning. I've been saying it all day, all morning, every time I sit down here. If you have to call the radio station, please lower your radio. You can't want to talk on the radio and hear yourself at the same time. And stand up right near to the radio. You're deafening me. Caller, good morning.
My sister. I just, what I see in there, I see taxi money got to jump up there, you know. Taxi money got to jump up there.
Andrew, let me ask you this question. So the people put their money in wherever, Susu, wherever it is, right?
Yeah.
When you take $4 million, that is what they're claiming missing, right? $4.1 million.
Yeah.
It's not accounted for. They didn't get back that.
Yeah.
Now, when that is missing, how these people who put in their money going to get back their money?
I trouble.
You're preparing yourself for something in this place?
Yeah, anarchy.
Man don't make joke with the money?
Nah, there's a blood, They mix matters with that. And then what is he saying? You're hearing that it did not have no warrant. If they did not have a warrant, I could go into the place.
But because they're not smart. They ain't smart. You're going with a warrant for guns and ammunition. You didn't take guns and ammunition. You take up a bag of money. You had to... Anyhow, let me don't make nobody wise here. Let me hush my mouth.
No, because at the end of they lose that case. Taxpayer money had to pay. You know?
Thank you.
Taxpayer money had to pay.
My money, where I'm working for.
My money too. It's because guys, they sit and then, you see, I don't know what they're doing. Sometimes they get me on a kind of a high test. Because do the law in its proper way. And then I saw somebody tell us, the small man out there, or the citizen, ought not to know the law. We know the law more than them. But we have to know the law. In other words, to live upright to the law, you must know it. And they wouldn't break the law. But you see, them alone must know the law that we must play stupid, we must know the law. So they could do anything by you and just walk away and go with it. No, the law is the law, and the law must be upkeep. It must upkeep the law. I don't know. I don't know but the way it's messy. That situation is like a mess. I don't know how guys will get out of it, and how those police will get out of it. Because I see out on the thing. There are police hitting a man and pushing a woman too. You know, you see it on the video. You understand? And if you ain't going to brutalize nobody, you know. And you hear what the lawyer read it out there? You read out the law there? So they have to come good. They have to come real good. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much, Andrew. caller. Good morning.
Sharon?
Yes?
I have a question. Morning. I have a question to ask. When these soldiers and policemen, do they take an oath of office?
What you said, caller? Caller, what you said?
Don't they take an oath of office when they join the service?
Yeah.
So how come they involved in this kind of thing?
Well, caller, remember, it's alleged. We ain't see them involved. I just reading what is on the papers. So we are the court of opinion is what we trying here. Give me the next question.
Secondly, concerning the property tax, these people on them, you sure some of them land belong to them? That's why they don't want to pay the tax.
Why?
And what about them who have big palace going from one street to the next?
And who can't even go and live in it yet?
Well, that's it. And you ain't sure how much rooms they are there.
Oh, good. Let me whistle. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah? But when you're in America, you have to pay all your tax. When you're in America, you have to pay all your tax. What about Wesley Snipes? Wesley Snipes is a man who was jailed for tax. For not paying the tax. So that's why some of them need to be jailed. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Colin.
Yeah.
Now remember, I am reading the people article, and this is we have a court of opinion, eh? We are not a court of law. Everybody giving their opinion. But from what you're reading, it just sounding a little funny. Yeah? Well, you know, my guru, my lawyer, said to me a number of different things that I don't want to really discuss. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, my Sharon.
Morning.
You know, the people, we're not getting any people business. But you know, they say the police take the money, police. Suppose now that wasn't a right amount. They can just make excuse down not to pay back people their money. And if they put all the blame on the police, take the money, the police take the money.
Caller, oh God, listen, I tell all real bright here.
So when the police take all the money, when people come for the money, no, they have no money.
Yeah, you want to tell you? This thing going to get stickier and stickier and stickier. Oi. Go to the class, girl. Oh, they smarted this thing too much. Caller, good morning.
Yes, Sharon. I kept away from this thing, and I still don't want to make a much comment on it. But what I have to say that there's corruption at all levels in Trinidad, and anybody who don't believe that, living under a rock. Right? So, nothing surprises me in Trinidad, no matter where the corruption come from, whether it's church, in the government, in private sector, wherever it comes from, it doesn't surprise me, because Trinidad and Tobago is a country love corruption. We love it at any level. We love corruption. To go and get a passport is a corruption had to take place. To get your driver's permit, your corruption had to take place. All these things is corruption, you know. When you go and do the test and you could know somebody who could get this for you and get it, you're involved in corruption. So there is corruption at all levels. It's nothing surprises me in Trinidad and Tobago. And with this police issue, I remember as a child, my uncle was a policeman. I didn't know him. I saw him in uniform maybe once or twice. And my uncle, I'm talking about somebody who is 80-something at this point in time. And he was a policeman. He didn't stay long in the force. He came out. And the reason why he came out, he said he couldn't take the seniors asking you to do things that you don't want to do. And if you won't do it, you are being, ostracized and threatened with you not getting promotion, and they victimizing you. And that was, and I'm telling him, my uncle is 80-something years now, and he stayed in the police force for maybe 4, 5, so much years. And I remember my mother always said that none of her children is to go into any police service. And my uncle always used to, my mother used to repeat that over and over. And that is 60-something years, 50-something years ago. So nothing surprises me when coming to corruption. And I think we all have to check ourselves and see at what level we are involved in corruption, because it's something that festers. And if you encourage it, it's going to fester. So if you doing it at some level, check yourself. Everybody check themselves, because that is what Trinidad and Tobago is about. Because sometimes the situation, the economy, the all kind of thing could be an excuse for corruption. I can't get a job, I can't get this, I can't get that, I can't get a house, so I have to go and pull a string somewhere. And when pulling a string is corruption. That is all I have to say. Bye-bye.
Somebody asking on Facebook, 92 million now, 4 million missing. Is it that? Oh, they're just asking questions there. Is it that this was designed to make the commissioner of police look bad? Just asking a question. Caller, good.
Sharon,
yeah.
I know this might be pertaining to the but this is concerning COVID-19 thing. From Thursday night, go by the Savannah, Queen's Park Savannah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No distancing. Go St. James, no distancing by the bars. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, caller. Someone is saying, remember what happened to Scotland Yard when they attempted to clean up the service in TNT under Mr. Manning? We forget easily. Shake my head. Caller, good morning.
A very good morning.
Morning.
All I want to say is amen to the caller before the last. Thank you.
Papa, you. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning. First time caller.
Where are you calling from?
Good. Goodbye.
Welcome.
Sharon, yes. I listened to the change of the DSS, all right? And you know, I take a chance in the DSS, all right? And it was successful for me. But I also paid a man $140,000 to buy a car for me. That was the down payment of a car. Kelly Value. And you know that man, going with my money, you can't find the man and he's supposed to be a broker. So we take him with.
Wait,
all
hold
right?
on. Hold on, wait, stop. You can't call nobody name here for me, please.
Oh, sorry.
But I didn't hear the name, but I'm just telling you.
Right?
Who is this man? Is this man a dealer?
He's a broker. All right? I give him...
Wait, hold on. You have a receipt for that?
Yes, I have a receipt. I sent it to the fraud squad and all that. All right? And I'm waiting to get some feedback. But the man go on because you all over Facebook, people saying that I am not the first one he scammed. He scammed somebody who worked with me too. You understand? That was the man life saving. He worked so hard. He got with the man money.
Hold on for me. Hold on. This man have a... Don't vex with me, eh? I have to ask you. This man has a dealership dealing in cars. He has a business place.
It's not I don't know him to be I have not seen his dealership. Right. I know he says he's a broker because he brought in vehicles for people already. He brought in a vehicle for a guy who works also with me. And that is how we end up linking up with the guy to get our vehicle brought in.
Okay. Now, let me tell you something. I'm happy that you called in. And I want to tell you this. Make this the first and the last time that ever happened to you. You know why? We just take too much of chances with our hard-earned cash. And not going into no business with no person I can't find you, and I don't know where your business place is, and you're not registered as whatever you're supposed to be. And that's what I'm talking about with this DSS thing. I'm not taking my money and giving it to no human bank. If you're not a bank registered where I could walk in, see my tellers, and so and do my transaction, and not doing it. And not giving my money to no person to hold. We just run Susu and we just take a little chance with Susu because we know, well, whatever. I've heard many stories about Susu. I run Susu, I do all kind of thing too. I make sure and get people their money. Right? You know very well your money. You have to know who you're getting involved in. I am not, I'm telling you this, doing that. And there's a lesson for you to learn. Because
But I didn't lose with the DSS, you know.
No, we're not talking about DSS. That will tell you, I want to get into the DSS issue because there are people who, I know people right now who collect their money, who buy the other and wherever. Before all of this, boss, I might have taken a chance. I telling you, I might have done so, but I'm so skeptical because I can't see who collecting the money. I'm not giving nobody my money to give to somebody, and then the whole thing fall apart and I like the fool. I want to go directly and get the person, so I'm not getting involved in that. But what I'm saying to you, I have known people who did just what you did. Bacchanal breakout, police get involved. So I hope that the fraud squad is going to make sure and follow through with this, because the man can't turn to air and get invisible. He had to be somewhere. And 140,000 is not $140.
Understand? But he has a registered business, all right? But I don't know. Because we have communicated via emails and whatnot, and I have his business card. All right? So, I don't know. I'm hoping that everything works out.
I hope so too. Because it seems as though he keep collecting people money. Let me tell you what it's sounding like. So he take your money to bring in a car. He take your money to buy that car for the person and waiting for that person to pay him and then to bring in your car. And so it's going because he probably don't have a capital to bring in as much cars as he can. And then he get into difficulty. Darling, I really hope, and I want you to follow up with me. I really want to hear the ending of
the
this.
end of it. Yeah. Okay then.
Yeah?
All right then.
Okay,
no problem. Thanks, Sharon. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, you see, I ain't doing, you see, and this could cause small businesses and small men doing the little thing to make a little extra dollar to get in trouble. We have too much of this dishonest people in this place. I'm not taking my money and handing nobody. I go into wherever, the bank give me a loan to buy my vehicle, I go and buy my vehicle and wherever. There are so many people I've heard get into this confusion with this car, bringing in a car for them that they paid on how much money and they never get a car. This thing going on so long. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, my darling.
Hey, Miss New Village, how are you?
This 5 times I call already.
But I see first time I see a number, eh?
Yeah, well, no, because you slow down.
First time I see the number.
But let me tell you something, the whole morning I call in.
Oh God, I'm sorry. And I answer it as soon as I see it.
Let me tell you, I leave it, I go inside and make some cuckoo, I do what I have to do, I come back out, I try again. But to God be the glory. I listened to the topic since you come on this morning. And Trinidad in a real serious state, but the 91 family, pleasant morning, Tobago, pleasant morning, Mr. Ira George and your family, pleasant morning. We in a serious state because who going to guard the guard? Who going to guard the guard? We don't know who is police, we don't know who is thief. But who going to guard the guard? And listen, everything on the paper is so bound to be true. Right? But somewhere where there is smoke, look somewhere there, it have a little fire. So some people going to be exposed. We don't know what's going on. It's seen and the camera don't lie. That's why I try my best. I didn't want to put, I'm trying to insist, mommy, put camera so you could have your phone. If somebody call and you feel to answer, you're bumped.
You're bumped to answer.
No, because you're seeing who by the gate. I take any junctions and all about. So I thank God for that. But I want to say to those who have been in this situation, we pray God that something good happen. I heard an evening, there's listening, I don't call in, where people got so much their money and it is working well and whatever.
But I have friends who got put in so and they get 100,000 and this and that.
I heard they testify who get and who ain't get. I don't call in because, but the point is what I'm saying. We hope that this come out not too nasty, but it seems as it's running to be really nasty because there's big men in it. And let me tell you something, in every case, in every situation, there are good cops and there are bad cops. There are good prison officers and there are bad ones. In every way, but the good must always be able to override the bad and root out the bad. But sometimes this is where your life is in jeopardy. Because when you as a good person and you don't want to be tarnished, then they call a hit on you. Or they do something where you get lost your job. But I want to encourage people. Let us guard our name. This is the only thing we have. Who steal my purse, steals trash. But you see my good name? This is what we have to go with. Even when we die, somebody will say, this silence is so good, but your mother was a good person, and because of your mother, because of your parents, we have to leave a legacy, right? We can't come out in disgrace. And let me tell you, if people who get suspended, these people work many years. We see that, we forget what happened in the prison just recently, We forget what happened, how much packs of water and how much packs, we forget that, This thing is happening all the time. Corruption is the thing. And the people who are in position, you see, I read who this person pleading for poor people. And they're only talking. There was once upon a time, and I'm giving you a regular, there was an attorney who had many high court matters. And that attorney eventually went into politics. And one of my friends lost $32,000 because all the cases just hang up. And after a while, we just forgot what we did. And not even try to amend and give back the person part and whatever. So it's not only BSI people looking at, there are a lot of crooks, doctors, nurses, prison officers, everybody. But let us pray for Trinidad and Tobago. You see this COVID? Well, I just thinking I addicted to CNN in the night from all 11 o'clock. And we are watching now the big man who laughed and scoffed about the mask and the mask. And he's not putting on any mask in the White Hall. And last week when I watched the debate, he always having a mask and always having a mask. I have a mask in my pocket. When it happened, people say it was a scam, They say they don't believe in that at all. But it's real. And even the doctors not giving a true thing of what's happening is because of the senior doctors out there say, if he had to get oxygen from in the White Hall, something more serious was happening. But they're not saying what? Because they are muzzled. And the people just taking that. And listen, they show you in the White House where when they had selected the judge and all the elites were there. A whole 2 rows of people that was there going down with COVID already between the day before and yesterday. Just watch CNN in the night. They show you the rings around them, how they sat. The first lady that went down, she was near to him when he was reading his speech and all of that. She went down. But he knew he had it, he was getting it. So I want to say corruption all over. But Trinidad and Tobago, we have come a long way. We have lost some lives, and for 70, how much lives is too much for Trinidad and Tobago for this COVID. And I wish that people take this very seriously, continue to do what we are instructed to do. Wear your mask, wash your hands. I went to the market this morning. Somehow, I don't know anybody online who knows when you have palms and it having brown spots on it, what is happening, because I tried all kind of things. So yesterday was my day to try again. And I want to say, I went to the market, I come home, I wash my tomatoes, I wash my sweet pepper, I wash them, I dry them, I put them in the fridge. These are things we have to do. It looks hard, but it's hard. You try to sanitize as much as you can. I came home, I washed the mask, I don't hang it up. I went out the day before. When I come home, I wash my hair, I wash because I went in a medical place. So we have to try to protect ourselves. That doesn't say if we have to get it, we didn't get it, but not because of our carelessness. We are fighting. Our enemy is fighting us. Have no form.
That's no face.
We can't see.
It
no
has no
form.
face. No face. No
We
look.
can't see no face, no form, no nothing. But it's an enemy that is fighting us, and we, as the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to be more cautious. Don't be going a fit and you're frightened and all of that. This is not what I expect of you. You come in, have a place to put your shoe, have a place to do. Just do things that you know that in your own self you're helping to keep clean and safe. And I want to encourage all of us, say a prayer for Trinidad and Tobago. Just say a prayer. Tomorrow is budget day. Everybody want to tell my blank Prime Minister what to do. But I know my blank Prime Minister have a head nobody can twist. And he and his finance minister this morning, I lift them, the Minister of Finance, so everybody, the minister of our medical man there, our minister, everybody, Mr. Sarak Singh, and all of them, I just lift them in prayer. That this, and you hear what the lady saying, they're not going to support the property tax. I wish and I hope that the property tax come forward. And I say, if it's $300 a year, I could pay it quarterly, because we just pay light bill, we just pay phone bill, we just mind the social media to have phone, so we could be able to pay our bills as we able. Have a wonderful and a blessed day, listening, and go back home safely.
Thank you very much.
Love you, darling. All the best.
Thank you very much. Well, guys, we're discussing topics this morning. So many things to discuss. You can't get away from it. It's here. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning again.
Morning.
It keeps bothering me because it's showing clearly and plainly that the spotlight that is focused on this DSS is for one reason and one reason only. Everybody giving accounts and saying, look, they were treated fairly and what. Look at all the other corruption that is going on in this country. Hear what happened with that girl with her car. And she had experiences with DSS and with somebody else. You know how much corruption is going on? But every minute we have to hear how much money they have and how much millions they have and what, 22 million. That is this big set of money for a man who is a money lender and who deals with money. At any given day, go and count these people who selling doubles or people who selling whatever. At any given day, go and count the money that they have in their house by these Chinese people who have their groceries. At any given day, go and see how much millions. But once it's African people, black people, you're talking about millions and the money and how much money. That is any amount of money like that. And the focus, because why? He is doing something good. He found a way to do something good and people are being assisted. The banks has been doing it to us for years and years and years and nobody's saying anything. All of a sudden, everybody is so concerned about poor people money. And if you know you have to buy Pampers for your child, don't put your money here. This is so hurtful. One reason that all the spotlights, everybody now coming to abuse it. Police go on the thief. This one go on the thief. And everybody's going to shine that spotlight on what this man is doing until they want to find a way to shake him. Wickedness. Thank you.
But caller, or she hung up. While I am hearing what you're saying and everything, I listen to everybody. But remember, with all of that, we are governed by laws and by rules. With all being said, and I agree with you, but we're governed by laws and rules, and we can't break the rules or break the laws. Just remember that. So while we feel all of this way, we have to remember to do things the right way across the borderline. And I hear you. I hear you. We're going to a break. We'll be back. Do not shift it iron.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM. Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Trinidad and Tobago, you are in for a treat.
A Christmas treat. This year, tune into 919 FM
to experience a radio production event never heard of or seen before in Trinidad and Tobago.
For the next 91 days, turn on Street 919 FM
for a true Trini Christmas every day.
Teaching you what a Trini Christmas is all about.
From October 1st to December 31st, enjoy daily
Christmas recipes,
Christmas greetings and blessings.
Hey, this is Uncle Crazy Boy. Merry Christmas.
Christmas stories from the greats.
And of course, Parang Soca,
and homegrown Christmas classic.
It's a true Trini Christmas
on the Street 91.9 FM. Crazy!
For 91 days.
Don't miss a minute of it.
Juliet Davy is back on the streets.
We down to tell the people.
Yes, Juliet Davy. New show, new vibe. Starting this Monday, Juju Love with Juliet Davy on the Street 919 FM, where she talks community, finance, government, religion, health, culture, and much more. It's Juju Love with Juliet Davy, weekdays from 2 p.m. on the Street 919 FM.
Every time I show up, everything blow up, everything blow up.
Enagic changed your water, change your life. Enagic Water Purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Rez Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Come talk with us.
Real issues, hard talk.
Real talk on the street, 919 FM.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago. I say I ain't minding the people, interfering in the people thing, you know. But I end up minding the people business. Oh, God. I am just curious, reading all the articles, listening, trying to put in a little 2 cents now and then. But I ain't put no money. So me have nothing to worry about. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sharon, and good morning to all those who are locked on to your station. I am just saying good morning, and you see, I said something on another station the other day, and people took me to task. So you see me, I have nothing to say. I am being foolish, but I know the wise will live off of the foolish. That is a pyramid, and sometimes somebody at the bottom will not get money. I done with that. Go on, have a good day.
Thank you very much. Caller, good morning.
Saro, I want to build on Gina's conversation, but I ask the same question because I too am also curious because I know about Susu. Susu is about putting in. If I put in a hand and my hand is 5,000, I get it from them, and I have to pay like $200 a week or a fortnight or a month or whatever it is. Or depends on how long it's running.
Yes.
I know the Susu has a beginning
and an ending.
And an ending.
And you know that the Susu hand is $500 a month. And if you have 10, it's 12 months in a year. 12 fives are $6,000. You know, at the end of the year in December, the Susu finishes. If you collect first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th hand, 12th hand, you know what hand you will get when that time is ready.
You know, they tell you what hand and when you get your hand.
And you know when you have to finish pay to the end of the year.
So even though if I get the first hand, I still have to continue paying every month until it finishes.
Thank you. Well, when you pay now, collect a lump sum of money. And well, they tried to explain it to me. I understand, but it's still adding up to me because at the end of this, the person, as the person said before, as Zina said, the man down to the bottom is who going to suffer, you know.
And that's what the pyramid is all about.
You have to keep bringing in people. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I listened to something Friday with the same thing, putting in $350. And in 10 days, you're getting $3,500. Because when you come, you have to bring 2 people. Them 2 people have to bring 2 each, so that's 4. And it continue going. So what you live waiting for is them to bring in the people for you to get your money. And then it had to go like that. So if when you collect your money, wherever it's done, I don't know how it's going about flour. There's the one with the flour, the water, the earth, and all of that. And I tell a man, I say, you in water swimming like you drowning, because when you reach in water is when time to collect money, and you're still in the water swimming and you can't find your way to the bank, you have no money to get. Bacchanal breakout, where people collect money and all kind of thing, and the other people who waiting on the money can't get the money because something I listening to the voice note and something, not understanding, and I don't want to understand, because I don't see no way that you're putting $350 today, and at the end of the week or so, you're collecting $3,500 and you have to put no more. I can't understand that. Because remember, when I bring you you have to bring 2 people. Then them 2 people have to bring 2 people. And if when you come down, you stick there, you can't get nobody to come. What's going to happen?
Well, I'm not a mathematician. My math teacher was Mr. He was from Bataria. When we went to Bataria, when I started to learn decimals and the thing and all these other things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking this simple question. Is that if I pay you $300 and you give me $3,500, and even though if I take out about $700 worth in administrative fee and whatever it is, then, so I get all that set of money, so and I bring in 3 people, but I gone. I dig a hole. So the SS dig a hole. The three people do the same thing. You dig the hole. You take in. Money's coming. Yes, there's going to have a time that's going to peak, and when it peak, it's there with the slide coming out. So if you look at your hand early and come out, people don't anything. And this is what I'm vexed about. And the lady, I don't think she understands clearly what is really going on there. Because let me tell you something. With that kind of money I see banding about this, I just tell myself, Sharon, it's a money laundering inside the other than poor people money. But when that thing and they pull out and that gone, and when they reach the peak and going back down, then you know how much people, hundreds of people going to lose the money.
But listen, let me tell you this. I listened to her, and what somebody thinks she's saying, I have no problem with it. But
I have no problem with it too.
We have to remember there are laws
governed
by a number of things. If you are
and
registered,
the bank follows that.
That's right. If you are a registered money lender, there's a stipulated amount of money that you can have in your possession, or you can lend, or you can use. However, I am subject to correction, and then we are governed by laws.
And if the money laundering breach laws, he knows the charges.
He knows the charges, exactly. And then you are not an institution. You are not a bank. You are not a place where you have to understand their rules and regulations. And I listen to her, and I want us to take away from talking with emotions.
Exactly.
We have to speak on the level of the law. I'm not getting involved, as I said it, I'm not getting involved in that. People know these consequences when they were getting into it. This is a Russian roulette, you know. You're taking a chance.
Yes, you're taking a chance.
Right.
But Sharon, listen to this part. The bank lend money. What's the interest the bank does lend money at, and what's the interest the bank give you when you put your money
You're
in?
lucky when you get it in loan sale. You might get 2%, 4%, 6%, 10%, 12%, depending on what. Mortgage of a property. Mortgage of a property is certain amount of interest. Mortgage of loan for a vehicle is a certain percentage. Loan, a normal loan is, and when there's loan sale, you will get a different amount of interest rate.
If you put $1 million in the bank gives you back on the interest per annum. But you might get 7%. 7%. So, but the bank is able, because when what the bank take your money and invest it. And they lend it here, invest it in that.
So yeah.
And the returns that they get is the profit to make. DSS, I want to find out where's their income of money coming from? What investments are they into? Is they into the methanol or some kind of thing?
This thing
because
a real thing.
It's a real question. Look. This reminds me of Stanford, you know. Remember Stanford do that? Stanford start off the 2020 cricket. It was so bam, everybody get $1 million for the winning team. The thing, and he tell little person, put back a 500,000 back into the system again and like that is same thing, you know. We end up, because people balling in the United States for the money because you see money and invest it and do all kind of triplets and all kind of sponsors. The same thing they happened with Pico. Pico was investing there. Yeah, Pico slightly different because Pico was investing into other things and making money. But what Pico was actually doing was spending more than they actually was making, and they ended up in a problem. So when the meltdown started in the United States and they couldn't satisfy their shareholders and people decided to pull their money out, that's how Pico fall, you know. Who wanted to pick up that slack? And you know why the government has also pick up that slack? It's because if the government didn't pick up that slack, that's Pico was it is the number one company in Trinidad and Tobago and keep the economy up high. And if the government didn't stand up for CLICO, and the thing is, a lot of people stand to lose their money in Trinidad and Tobago. And you talk about big businessmen and whatever thing, if businessmen lose that kind of money, what are they going to do? Close down businesses and send people home? So it's that chain reaction that's why the government had to act, and that's why Patrick Manning had was to make that decision and make it quick, and he act. And hence the reason why when CLICO wanted to just come and take back that money just so without having no checks and balances, with the help of fellas like Mariano Brown and all them who misleading us and tell we all this type of rubbish. You see what they do? They float shares. And the government was able to get money back from CLICO by floating the shares and selling it on the open market or whatever they do there. And hence the reason why we could have fund projects, pay pensions, pay government workers, and do a lot of things with it. Because it's a matter of because CLICO is a strong company, it was just mismanaged from the top. And the government had to do it and fix it quick. So I had no problem in DSS. I had no problem with nobody who wants to take the money and pay it there. But before I could put my money there to get that kind of money, I need to understand where is DSS getting that set of money from to pay me that huge amount of interest. That's something like a 700% interest again.
Nobody not asking. They just hear you put in a certain amount and again so and so.
And
you're getting blessed or whatever, and they just running on the thing. Nobody not thinking about the repercussions of that after. So if we don't have extra human beings to put in to continue, the man down to the end go always feel cash.
Because when it peak and nobody else there, and nobody to come and join it again, and it peak now and you have to pay out, you're paying out. What's going to happen to the people who don't want to be low down there? Because the people on the top who get the money and they go on already, and the permits have to come back down. It ain't going nothing for poor people to get back the money, and that is what we're talking about. It's not like, the black people and black people. No, it's not about black people and whatever. It's about common sense, as well. If you're poor people and poor black people put the money in, I want poor black people to get their money back out there. Thank you very much, Sharon.
Thank you very much, caller. Guys, let me say again, it's 12:11 p.m. I'm seeing a Novana Ford on Facebook. Novana Ford, can you simply call me after the program on 726-4685? Call me after the program on 7. Anybody knowing Novana Ford? Could you ask her to call me on 726-4685, please? All right? I think there's the second or third time I'm seeing the request here. Call me on 726-4685, Novana Ford. Ay. Caller, good afternoon. Caller?
Good afternoon. Miss Felix?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's pepper hot till I know it's so many topics that I don't know. I want to just deal with one. Miss Felix, prior to being a journalist, I was an accountant, okay? And there is no way I work it out all how left, right, center, and that is not a susu, that is a pyramid. Because anytime you have to bring in 2 or 3 persons to get financial gain, it is a pyramid. And always the people at the bottom of the ladder, because remember, we have to push the people up the ladder by bringing in more people. So at the end of the day, people are going to lose their money, okay? Now, my thing is, the story was, it was 92 million. They got back, it was 22 million, then it ended up was 92 million. Then they worked a deal out where it's supposed to be 74 million, where this officer getting a cut, this one left, right, and center, okay? The story just seems to be going left, right, and center. But at the end of the day, now I'm here. When I read the paper this morning, I saw where the gentleman who is in charge of the DSS thing, he said $4.1 billion is missing, okay? Now, right now, these are the excuses being made for the people who need to get money. Because I'll tell you something, I don't care what, so how come it became, I want to ask Ms. Felix, why is it a susu and it calls drugs, what it called drug susu?
Drug susu.
What? Drug susu? You know, so I have a problem with the name. And one, Why if it's something, okay, I can understand you're a money lender and you're supposed to have a certain amount of money, but why would you hold $92 million in garbage bags at your house? One, why don't you apply to the central bank, financial institution of the country, in order to, if you want to do something different, where, put it this way, poor people, as you say, putting their hand on money. Get a license, open an establishment, and let the same poor people come and wheel and deal. Because at the end of the day, when we put our monies in the bank, our money, the minute you put it in the bank, you use it to lend out to people to do all kind of business. You know, it's wheel and deal, the bank do it. So if you're doing it, why don't you do it legally? Instead of saying you're a money lender, okay? Do it because it's a lot of money, because that money is not even insured. You understand? Because if you're holding all these other people money, at the end of the day, Miss Phoenix, I don't know, it's so like you were kind of, I really don't want to touch it, but there's going to be consequences and a lot of people will have to pay. And another thing, Miss Phoenix, the Commissioner of Police needs to act, because you see how this man called name on the papers this morning. Everybody who name call, that means they have money, they're getting money from this thing, and they need to get rid of it, because always the police have always been dirty in their hands. And if Mr. Griffith wants his contract to be renewed after 2021, he needs to act. Because to me, unless you're in it too, you know what I mean? Mr. Nix, it's so thing. I don't know. I'm sorry for the people who are going to lose their money, because there will be people who are going to lose their money. You understand? There will be. And right now, the leader start to blame money listen, because people who want to get paid, they ain't going to be able to get paid. Mr. Nix, I'm on. Morning to everybody, the Titans, everybody listen. Have a lovely Sunday.
Thank you very much. Caller, good afternoon.
Oh, yes, dear. I am guilty of being emotional, and I do get that way. And as far as I know, that's not a crime.
No. Caller, hold on.
Passion.
Caller, hold on. Let us establish a situation. I heard you. I didn't disagree with half of some of the things you said. But I want you to understand something. I want us to be not emotional. I want you to understand this. I open a mechanism in which for people to get money. I didn't do it just because I want you to get money, you know. I want to make money for myself. Right? What we're not taking into consideration, and a lot of people saying it, but you're not listening. You can't break the law and want me to feel sorry. And that's what I'm trying to establish here today. There are rules and laws that has to be followed. And if we don't follow it, we will get into real commerce and confusion. When a SUSU is established, you know that.
No, all right. Wait, listen. Let me just finish, and then you can add.
No. I want to finish, and you will speak after, because you called in before, and I allowed you to vent, say what you wanted to say. I didn't disturb you. I want to explain something to you as you call back. You know what is a SUSU, right? Have you ever been in a SUSU? I'm sure maybe once, twice, 3, 4 times in your life.
Yes, I know what
Good.
is a SUSU.
And you're not a
very
SUSU.
Ancient.
Right. And that is what poor black people would have used in order to do things that they couldn't do just like that. I am a product of SUSU. I run enough SUSU and buy the things that I wanted and continue to do so. Now, you know that a SUSU hand is, let us say, 20 hands, 10 hands, whatever, at whatever cost. You collect first hand, second hand, third hand, fourth hand. You know you have to continue paying. And you have to continue paying to the end of the date given. When a man gives $350 and in 10 days collects $3,500, and he takes that money and he might give whatever and he gone, the other people who come in under him, If you don't continue getting other people, how would you get money to sustain it? We have to take into consideration these things. An institution as a bank, credit union, and so on is running on a different level. Now, according to somebody just said it, if you are a bank or a credit union or any financial institution, then you register and you do so in accordance to the law. I am not against DSS and I am not against nobody wanting to give anybody the money, but I am not doing it. But we must make rational discussions, have the discussions where we could understand what it is. This has nothing to do, because let me tell you, at the end of this, when this crash, or if it crash, it's poor black people going and lost their money, you know. Take into consideration that, you know. Because I tell you, if it does not continue, how are you going to pay out? Go ahead.
Yes, dear. Thank you so much. I was just defending my point at this time as to being emotional. I get very emotional here, so nothing is wrong with that.
No.
Emotion and passion is what fires a lot of things. Anytime I see disparities with African people and other races, I get emotional. And here I am saying again, all this spotlight is focused on DSS, apart from all the corruption that is going on in this country. And I know right now they're looking to invent a law if they can to bring him down, to bring them down. Or looking to see which way they could find to bring him down. You know how much people... Wait.
They don't have to invent a law to bring him down. They don't have to create a law to bring him down. The laws are already there. They just have to implement the law.
This is what I'm saying.
So they don't have to do that.
If at this point in time they don't have a law to take him down, they can't bring him down, it's because they're going to invent one. If that man was breaking the law, they would have cut him off long time already.
Caller
Who
again.
is he? Who is he? He's nobody in this society.
Caller again. You know what you're doing? If there's wrongdoing, you are upholding the wrongdoing. I beg you to think of what you're saying. I beg you to think of what you're saying.
I am saying if he
I
is
am begging
breaking
you
the law,
to think of what you're saying before you say it. So in other words, what you're trying to tell me is if a man commit a crime or a man went to another house and knowing that a man there have a gun and he walk with a gun and shoot the man because he tell himself before he pull it out, let me shoot him first. You upholding that?
no,
Are you
wait a
upholding
minute.
that? No, man. Come on.
No,
Think of what
no.
you're saying, eh?
I am
Think
saying.
of what you're saying. I just told you there are laws governing the
I
argument
am
here
well
for
aware
me.
of that.
Yeah, but then you're contradicting what you're saying.
I am saying if he is breaking a law, they would have cut him off already. That is what I'm saying. I didn't say that I'm encouraging anything. I don't know what the man is doing. And most people who call him...
Caller, I want to beg you. Go and read the articles before you continue. Because you're saying now you don't know what law. Go and read the articles, please, I'm begging you.
I didn't say I don't know what law. I didn't say that.
Caller, I want to take some more calls. I don't want you to put...
But just allow me to be emotional when I see disparities with African people and other people in this country.
I cannot allow you to do that. I cannot allow you to do that.
Because
if even you're getting emotional for that, and it's something wrong, I can't sit here and allow you to do that.
Nothing wrong as being emotional.
I cannot allow you to do that. I'm sorry. I cannot. Not because you are emotional, you must say and do something which is wrong. Not on my program. Not on my program. Caller, good morning. Wait. Oh God, sorry. Oh gosh. Sorry, Tariq. Oh gosh, call me back. Sorry about that. Call me back, please. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning,
good day. Sorry, good day.
Pleasant good day, Ms. Felix.
Good day, sir.
I just want to correct that lady with what she said. DSS was running an illegal operation. Listen to what I'm saying here. DSS has millions of dollars in the possession. They are not registered with the Security and Exchange Commission as a financial institution. They are not registered with the central bank as a financial institution. They are not registered with the Credit Union League as a financial institution. Therefore, they are money laundering. They are not a legal financial institution.
Caller, I
Yes?
want you to be careful, eh? You're saying money laundering.
If you're not a financial institution, Ms. Felix, and you have all that money in your possession, right, and you cannot legally account for the money, that is money laundering. So I'm not being careful. I am talking about the law itself. Therefore, all the police officers who were involved.
Caller? Hello? Caller?
Hello?
Hey, I lost you there.
Okay. What I'm saying is, all the police officers who were involved in this exercise and handed back that money without a proper investigation being done should be arrested and placed in a cell. They should be arrested and placed in a cell because that quantity of money and a person cannot properly account, because if you're a money lender, if you're a money lender, if you're a money lender, your license will tell you how much money you could afford to lend. And I'm sure it's not no millions of dollars. Susu is an illegal thing. If you invest your money in a Susu and the person who running the Susu fail to give you your money back, you can't even go in the station and make a report because it's an illegal thing. However, people take chances in Susu because that is the way how a black man invests his money to help to save his money. But it is illegal. So whatsoever DSL was doing,
Caller, you there? Caller, you there?
Yes, for some reason I've been just cut.
No, I hearing you now, but I don't know what's going on with you.
Yes. So anybody who invests their money with DSL and they...
You need to stay one place. You need to stay one place.
I am in one location.
Mm-hmm.
I am not feeling sorry for them. And those corrupt police officers who handed back that money, I don't care who they are, should be arrested and be sitting down in a cell. No junior officer cannot take that money and give it back. That instructions must come from a senior officer. Because once the senior officer knows about that money was seized or confiscated, no junior officer can take that money and just hand it back, Jackson. There is instruction from a senior officer. The junior officer might have been the man to take back the money to DSL. But no senior officer, no junior officer, and just taking that upon his own just unless he's a madman. That is madness. Total madness. Because I could never see you giving back all that money when it comes amongst the money laundering. Because even you cannot, they come like a jug man pushing the jugs all the time. And he have a warehouse of money. Huh? The police goes there and steals and execute around by the warehouse and seize the money. You're going to give back the jug man all that money?
So let me ask a question. You sounding like... Let me ask a question. You go into our premises to search. You have a warrant for guns and ammunition. And you find things besides the guns and ammunition. Does that warrant stand?
Okay, sir. Felix, let me explain something to you. You can go to any premises with a warrant for firearms and ammunition. However, upon the execution of the warrant, if no firearms and ammunition were found, on backing the warrant, you would put executed by me the undersigned time, date, and place. However, what was mentioned in the warrant was not found. But, and then you list the items of illegal things which were found. That is quite legal.
Oh, God, boy. Caller. Jesus. Where you going, boy?
Hello?
Right. You say that is quite legal in...
To execute a warrant, yes.
Right.
For firearms and ammunition. However, when you went on the premises, no firearms and ammunition were found. But other illegal things were found.
So let me ask, what is deemed illegal things? If you found a parcel of money worth $100,000, will that be illegal?
You could seize that $100,000, but you must, on backing the warrant, mention it.
And if when the person in question under the report they're given a statement and they can tell you where they got that $100,000, what?
Well, that is where the investigation will continue.
Okay.
To verify if the money was lawfully obtained.
Okay, thank you very much. Just thought that.
So you all have a pleasant day.
Thank you so kindly. Thought that he sounded very knowledgeable. So I needed to get my questions in. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, good
Sharon?
afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
Sharon, I follow up this thing. They said nobody ever come in and report that nobody robbed them or anybody take their money. So the police have a charge. They can't charge them because nobody never come in and reported that they were robbed or whatever. That is one reason why they hold them for an hour. Nobody came in and said anybody robbed them. So that is one reason why they were let go then. And they have to make investigation. But the amount of money in the place, I don't know what law they have. When a man can have this amount of money because they say these Chinese that have enough money in their business place. But nobody in the DSS reported that they were robbed. Listening on here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello.
Oi.
Again.
This thing hot and sweet, yes?
It is not established that there any money laundering because the investigation was incompleted. And that is why Gary is angry. And that will cause the whole settlement. Because I cannot say, because we do not know for a fact that that money is what drugs money, or you could call it what kind of money you're calling it. If money laundering, we do not know that so far. Because the investigation was cut short and it was inconclusive. There are other things they're supposed to do. They count the money on it, but probably they show a couple receipts of people who put the money with thing, but
we have pictures showing where they were looking at receipts, and even they count the money. Now we see in the article saying that $4.1 million is missing.
Yeah, and then again, that's what I'm talking about.
This thing so ticklish, Lord.
You telling me people they would have counted $22 million, double check and triple check and ensure that everything is above board in that short space of time, matter of hours and handbag money like that. Something is wrong with our investigation, and I'm not saying.
But not only that, you're hearing 22 million, then you're hearing 92 million, then you're hearing 4.1 million missing, then the thing inconsistent.
It's inconsistent because there was not a proper investigation into the matter, so I cannot say that it is something like money laundering. I can't say it's drugs money because where's the facts? Where getting that facts to say that from? The police and them didn't even know. Gary didn't even know. He's the police commissioner. When he had any national security, he asked him any question about it. Or the national security minister asked him question about it. This is what is put out there. The police gave back the money and he vexed about it, and he's investigating the matter at the top level now to find out what was going on. And then again, DSS spoke about some money missing in a bag by the drum in the bag they were everything. $2 million. Okay. All right. And they show you a picture that a person in a national security uniform attached to they say the defense force are using that. They say defense force, and he's training. He's pocketing money in his pocket. You put $1 million in the bag and you have a camera to watch it or everything. I mean, obviously, if I was him, I put that in the mix to a public opinion, because if I had to go to court, because we don't know, he could be charged. He could be charged after a thorough investigation has been concluded, because as you correctly say, there are laws still governing them thing. Because remember, we did the factor and the explain your wealth bill. So certain things, if he can explain to that, okay, all right. So we say about 9 million is accounted for by receiving money from people or something. Because if I know I have $1 million in drug money inside it, you think I can claim that? You think you come in and tell me, well, this money comes from thing there, and I know the police already looking at me and they want me, they want to stick something. You think I'm going to say, yeah, that's my money, you know? You really think I'm going to do that? So hence the reason that. And if you can't explain your wealth, what do you think the government going to do? Well, what do you think the system going to, the courts going to have to decide that? What do you think the court, because the police will have to charge? But without having the proper investigation, what the police going to charge? If you go just run quick and hand back the money, and I'm telling you, it ain't easy to count $22 million. As a matter of fact, if I am in the police service, I don't want too much people in that room counting that money, you know. I might have about 8 people max. Who counting, who organizing, who stacking, who doing this, who sorting, who doing that, who doing that. Where you go do? You go put about 20, 25 policemen, 30 policemen in that room to count money? No, you're not doing that. You're making sure you get the money counting. People have to sort. People have to organize, people stacking, you're sorting, you're organizing it, like it will take a time. After you don't think so, you establish now I have $22 million here. No, right. I want to see receipts, I want to see this, I want to see that, I want to do that. Then I'll get all my information passed out to my superiors, and then we'll have to give a report to the DCP or the COP. Tell them this is what happened, whatever, this is that. And this is my thing there, the money say we give them back to the person of one thing, and they sign off on it and say, okay, give me the word, right, yeah, you're going to do that, go ahead. Or they say, wait, some big man in the FIU had to come and consult the thing, and they had to guide me, because even though if I'm a senior superintendent in charge of whoever thing up there, I may not be versed in certain things in accounting, and that falls under FIU, so I have to still get the word from FIU, because I, the senior man, giving anything, but I waited to hear what FIU had to tell me. Because they may have somebody, there's something there that they will be looking at. So, and it's not that we're trying to fight down black people, because I am glad, and I am very happy that the lady standing up for black people cause. But let me do it right now, because at the end of the day, we might have about, 500 black people going and lose the money. And not lose the money because the police take the money, because when the pyramid busts, they're going to lose the money that way.
Let me tell you
because
this.
We're looking good for things.
Let me tell you this. I am parked in neutral and I'm waiting patiently. The bacchanal going and bus. And then I go hear the same callers who call. I will hear them with a different spin on this. I am watching here. My issue is, I started off with my issue and I want to end with my issue. My issue is the TTPS is to protect and serve. It's to protect and serve. I am watching a video here. It is on the, if you go on your, I'll put it on my Facebook page.
I'll go up on your Facebook page and look at it.
You will see a number of things. Last week we played the recording of, you see, I don't have my director here to put it up for you all to see, but you can go on the online papers, on the Express and see. We have to be mindful, and police officers, that's a thing, all you need to, you can't be so stupid. Not because you see in a camera here. We all know that. Sometimes we have another DVR located off compound, continuing to record. the technology now and only into intelligence. So supposed to be into high-tech intelligence. And all you get fool, all you get pick up like that, that is my issue, you know.
Sharon, let me tell you something and let me say before. You see that camera thing there? Even me personally, it might be in Port of Spain, it might be some way, some idiot would do something that they're real angry and you might want to do something. And you know what? Somebody that camera taping you, next day, your family, your friends, you think they say, well, man, I see you up on Facebook, I never know you also. So you have to be careful. So when you're doing them kind of things. But I want to also say to the lady, I agree with you, Stand up for your people and stand up for the right thing. Because you know, under the UNC, there's a certain member of parliament who Forbes say he's around the third richest person in Trinidad and Tobago after Ellen Bagwell and all them things. And you know, people in the constituency vote him straight and outright. And he can't even explain, he don't even want, when you're telling him them thing, he don't even bother to answer any question because he don't want to raise no thing. So he just say, Trinidad and Tobago is a 1 week, 2 week wonder and thing to go done with that. But that's still there. And we see the man through displaying a certain amount of wealth that we need to ask questions between 20 and 208 and 209 coming up the road there. As Jack Warner say, certain people couldn't buy doubles. And now they're splashing out more money than anything else. And under their regime, there's billions of dollars from the $63 billion budget that monies was spent and it still cannot be accounted for up to this day. But the people supporting the man still. But me personally, if I doing that, I looking at the bigger picture. There's a lot of poor people going to stand to lose real money there because of supporting a couple of them on the top of the pyramid, and there's black people, and there's the black like me. So let me support them. What about the poor people below? What about them? Hundreds of poor people, and we protecting about 25 of them. All right, Sharon. Let somebody else get a chance.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Guys, it's 12:41 p.m. and I'm getting ready to leave in a while to go home to my hot meal. I was told the callaloo nearly finished, so when I reach it hot. Caller, good day, good afternoon. Caller, good afternoon.
Yes. I called to remind Sister Jenny that I'm still waiting on her call. I called Friday on your program and you gave her my number and I'm still
Caller,
waiting, right?
you're using my platform as a phone. You have to pay a bill. I'll have to send you a check.
All right.
I send it for her. Maybe she forgot because.
Yes, I know because with the PSA business now, but I just reminding her in case she listening.
All right, I'll call her and tell her. Don't forget.
Okay, then you have a blessed day.
Okay, love.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. So people, remember we're getting ready for Oral Sundays, and you know why I'm back in Oral Sundays? Because my girl Jenny inside a day. I have to make sure my girl Jenny get it, because you know she just stand up for the man, stand up for the righteous, stand up for everything. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon again to my sister. That. Good afternoon.
Yes.
I listen to everybody and legality. You see this word they call legal and illegal? But them two words, I just get trouble with them. I get trouble with them, Because to me, like it's only one side that we like to keep on the legal side. And all the rest could keep on the illegal side and get rich. Because I know Hindu credit union crash. People didn't lose money there. A lot of financial institutions in this country crash. Like to the world too. People don't lose money there. I ask them a question, if they don't lose money there. So I want to know, if I put my money somewhere and I come and lose it, when man buy lotto and thing, you don't win. Check how much money you'll be losing there. If there's nothing in life that man going through that he does not lose. Look, the Chinese have a slot machine. I hear the government tell me it is illegal, the police tell me it is illegal, and go to all corners of Trinidad and Tobago. You'll see them there. So this way, when I use the word legal and illegal, that's really, really get to me. Because if something is legal, let me see it's legal. And if it is illegal, it must not be in my eyesight.
So let
I
me
must not
ask a
sit.
question. So because it is illegal and the police are doing or whatever, you want to condone that it's illegal and you don't mind it being done?
No, the police have the work to do. They're not doing their job because the police have the work to do. They're supposed to shut them down. Shut them down, and then they will be okay. Because you can't tell me it is illegal and still operating.
But if it's illegal, it's illegal. But it's operating, yes or no, it's illegal.
No,
And
no,
at
no,
some-
sir. No, no, no.
And
You see
at
that?
some point in
Something illegal,
time,
you have to stop it. You have to stop it.
Andrew, if it's illegal, it can't be legal. And at some point in time, it will come to the forefront of the law. So
After
don't tell
20
me.
years, after
Don't
20
tell me.
after
Don't
20
tell
years?
me. It is illegal. If it's illegal, it can't be legal. Or let's stop that
Well,
stupidness.
No, no, why call it stupidness? Why call it stupidness?
Stop that
illegal,
stupidness.
the police supposed to stop it.
And if
police
the
supposed to
police,
stop it.
so if the police don't know, let me just say the police don't know that tongue. They have an illegal racket running, and so
The
you
police
went
don't know that?
and you went
You-
tell
you-
them about it,
you
and
telling
you
the
went
police don't
tell
know
them
that?
about it. Andrew, stop making me get vexed with you to make yourself sound stupid now.
No, I know I saw
if you
I talking
if
the
you
truth.
went
It's the
tell
truth that I'm talking.
look, Andrew, come off the thing before
Yeah, I don't
fall
mind,
off.
I don't
Come
mind,
off,
but
come
the
off, because we
truth
go fall
must
off. Because don't
Yeah,
tell
the
me
truth
something
must
illegal. You know it's illegal, and you come in here to tell me about your condoning it. Man, don't let us talk too much. And look, thing that listen. If something illegal, it can't be legal. If we know that down the road have illegal activities and you're not reporting it to the police, whether the police know or not, and they ain't come, what you want to say? You want to condone it because you know it's illegal? So every day you walking down the road and a man robbing you and taking your money, that's illegal. And the police say hold him. So you ain't have no problem with that. Look how they give me a break this morning, eh? All you know I don't stand for them dotishness, you know. Caller, good afternoon. Caller, good afternoon. Overseas caller, good afternoon.
I want my darling, there's so much pricing ahead.
Low down.
Go down. Oh God, do quick, Steve. Sharon, you wrong, you know. You started the program when we burn out Prakash and you go on and join
No. You come in the program when. Wait, Miss Tuna Puna, hold on.
Look what he did.
Hold on. You come in the program after that. I start with DSS. I told them I'm going to shift a bit because I wanted to read that article, and I went back to DSS. So the program start with that. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. But I know it coming with Prakash.
Yeah, come in because it was scratching my mouth.
The woman with the hook on for
Miss Clark. Olive Reyes Clark.
I down that woman down to the ground to get her property, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Prakash forget what he did to that woman. You understand? The woman named Clark.
Olive Reyes Clark.
Miss Clark. He forget what he did to her running for Errol Fabian. You know why? You know why? Errol was the supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Errol was one of the supporters. You understand? That's my good. Then a really good friend, I will say, you know. So I'm glad he got through. I congratulate him for getting through. But Prakash didn't do that. Here's your fast, pushing in the camera running too. Would them do that to beg for the money for everyone? Them should help everyone out the pocket. They do not go to GoFundMe or whatever they call it. But as they get through GoFundMe or whoever, they run out of his pocket. Shut up. This place is a mess. You know what I'm telling you? I'm fed about all of them. They want to call Miss Clark House. I don't even know what was the ending up of that. The man and the wake up Prakash is a demon. You pay no taxes in America, but you don't want people to pay tax here. You know why? Or you don't want people to know what we know. We want to be sure that some of them houses are built multi-million-dollar houses, or they can't live in it. That, or let us say some of the things, or a skeleton, because they're not coming back no time soon. No time as long as I live, or they're not going to see the corridors for in this Trinidad and Tobago. All the too wicked. They can't sell it and they can't live in it. Oh God, you can't sell it, you can't live in it. You got to haunt all you. On what they call the kind of games is that? Oh God, China losing bad, you know.
What?
You know? That kind of thing where you game illegally, you can't enjoy it. You got to go like butter against the sun. China go and don't go for belly full.
All right, my dear. Yes. Right. So, guys, it's 12:48. I'm getting ready to leave. I have an obituary to give you before I leave, and so on. Only be careful, Les. Not me, nah. I know it's illegal and not. I ain't care whether police come or no. I'm not getting in. I'm not taking part in it. It's illegal. Caller, good afternoon.
I call it to you, Miss Felix.
Good day.
No. One ill comes many, yeah? So the hard was to pass back the money because they don't want that ill to spread on certain prominent people in the country. You understand? But what causes the whole corruption or the whole thing about everything is the cameras. So they're trying to challenge the cameras. You understand? So they're trying to challenge the cameras with different things. You understand?
Let me tell you this, caller. I'm so happy that you called to say that. If there were no cameras, this whole thing would have been dead.
You understand?
It might have reached further within the TDPS and so on. But because of all those cameras and the footage and all that, and you're only getting peace letting go now, peace letting go, and you're trying to put the puzzle together.
Thank you, my friend.
That is
you understand?
exactly
But
what we
they just don't want to raid other prominent people. So they pass back the money. My friend, you have a good day.
Caller, good afternoon. You're the last caller.
Okay, pleasant day to you, ma'am. Pleasant afternoon to the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm standing with you, you know. Let me tell the caller something. When something wrong, it's wrong. Wrong is wrong. And what you have said about this situation, about illegitimacy, you're very, very well correct, and you're right to say the right thing. You are saying the right thing. Many of the people that are calling you, they know they are victims of the onslaught that is happening to their monies. Lady, you go home safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I make no apology. We did a program and the program is finished. I come here, this is current affairs, and I really didn't want to get in too deep, but it is there. These stories were there to read, and I just give my opinion. But I am saying to some people, we have to be careful what we saying. And you're saying it on national radio. Something illegal can't be legal. If it's illegal, it cannot be legal. So you know something illegal happening, but you're still going and be part of it. You're knowing it's illegal and you're getting involved in it. So whatever happens, you face the consequences. Let the police do their work, and if the police don't want to do their work, there's a place and time for everything. But you can't tell me something illegal and it's better we continue because it's illegal. No, we can't do that. I certainly not going to encourage nobody to do that. So Trinidad and Tobago, this is where we got to leave it. But before we leave it, I have an obituary for you before I leave here. So let me do that, get it out of the way, and then I'm gone. Okay? The Street 919 FM was asked to announce the passing of Sandra Pope, a.k.a. Miss Pope, of New Village, Point Fortin. She departed this life at the age of 65 years on Tuesday, 29 September 2020 at the San Fernando General Hospital. She will be lovingly remembered as the daughter of the late Amy Isaac and Jonathan Pope, mother of Rodney, Kester Pope, and Sonia Alexander, grandmother of Fanny Gabriella Oliver, Jada John, and Jade Alexander, sister of Garfield Isaac deceased and Kenneth Emmanuel Isaac, niece of Daisy, Ruth, Baby, Margaret, Laura, Eileen, Carlton, and many others, aunt of 8, cousin of 13, in-law of Whitney Hines Pope, relative of the Pope, Isaac, Samuel, and Sampson families, friend of many. The funeral service for the late Sandra Pope, a.k.a. Miss Pope, will take place on Monday, 5th October 2020 at the Elite Funeral Home Chapel, Main Road, Newlands, Point Fortin. Viewing of the body at 1 p.m., followed by the private service at 2 p.m., thence to the Captiville Cemetery, Captiville Point 14. Inquiries can be made at Elite Funeral Homes Limited, 648-3462. All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, this is where I leave it for today. Hope you have a great balance of your Sunday. I'm going home to my hot meal and thank the Lord for everything and thank the Lord for you this morning taking part. Whether we agree to disagree, but all you know me, I like to agree and disagree. No love lost with nobody. Who want to vex, that is their business. But I am entitled to disagree. You entitled to do the same. So to all our listeners, viewers, callers, everyone, all our Facebook listeners all over, viewers all over, I want to thank you for this course this morning. And I want you to be safe, practice the social distancing, your proper hygiene, and cover your face, wear your mask. This is where we leave it. I'll talk to you on Monday, which is tomorrow, please God. I'm gone. Love you guys.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Juliet Davy is back on the streets.
We down to tell the people.
Yes, Juliet Davy. New show, new vibe. Starting this Monday, Juju Love with Juliet Davy on the Street 919 FM, where she talks community, finance, government, religion, health, culture, and much more.
Yeah!
It's Juju Love with Juliet Davy, weekdays from 2 p.m. on the Street 919 FM.
Every time I show up, everything blow up, everything blow up.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MCD, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Street 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Right now I'm feeling nice, so nice. Hey, value optical, we nice. Yeah, caring for your eyes. You're sure to see real nice, nice. Whoa. Yeah, we have the best price and some brands for your eyes. You sure to look real nice, nice. Whoa. Yo, this is Vikash for Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Check us out today.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
Just as you are, hear the Spirit come. Come just as you are. Come and see, come and see, receive, come receive, come and live. Come and live forever.
Let's bow our heads together. Every one of you that came, those of you that are in the aisles that you couldn't even get down here, those of you that are stacked up all the way in the back, the Lord can see you. And I'm going to ask you to say after me this prayer and invite the Lord into your heart. Here it is. Father, I've come home. Please make me your son. I turn from my sin. I accept your forgiveness, made possible through Jesus Christ by his death and resurrection. I place my faith and trust in Jesus Christ alone. I receive him now as my Savior and as my Lord. I want to follow and serve you. Let today be the beginning of my new journey as your son and as a member of your family. You've always kept your promises. Help me keep my promises too. In Jesus' name, amen.
Lord, we lift you up. Oh, you're my man. Narekelem Jiridia. You've done so much for me. I cannot tell it all. Narekelem. If I had 10,000 tongues.
We now take you to our live broadcast with Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly.
When you heal completely. Chukuma rodumo, isi intendilemo, what shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. What shall I render to Jehovah? For he has done so very much for me. Hey, Nara, Nara, Narikele, Narikele mo.
Indeed, indeed. What shall I render to Jehovah for all he have done for me? Oh, I give God praise and thanks. I give him honor. I give him the glory that is due unto his name. Good afternoon to you. Welcome wherever you are on God's earth, breathing God's air and taking up God's space. It is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Done so much for me.
So much for me.
I cannot tell it all.
Oh,